y'all, I don't know. We might be in trouble. Did y'all see Hulu is about to release a documentary about 94 Freaknik? Yes. 1994 Freaknik. Yes. They are about to release a documentary. So, I'm just, now I've been to several Freakniks. 94 was one that I attended. So I'm just praying that Jesus be a fence. I'm praying that Jesus just be a big, tall privacy fence. That's my prayer. This Easter, this Good Friday. That's my prayer. So, I will say this though. Like when they would bring out those video cameras and start recording, I immediately removed myself from the that situation. I never ever was okay with being recorded out there. So hopefully that worked to my benefit, but you never know. So the only thing I got is, if you see your girl in the documentary, hey man, at least I'm fully clothed. At least all my clothes is on. That's all I got. That's the best I got. But yeah, y'all, they about to put our business out in the street. Some of us might be on TV. So get your parental controls together. And I don't know, y'all. I don't know.
Guys, meet Tina. She's a middle-aged lady who is now in the career of aesthetics. She does skincare therapy, corrective skincare, and she has a page called on TikTok, Lash, Wax, and Glow. But of course, Tina has not always been at this place. Now she's older, she's living her life and enjoying her life and things like that. But of course, in the 90s, as you can see in these pictures, she was, young and, living the lifestyle that most young people do, especially if she was living in the South. And of course, that meant in Atlanta, the Freaknik. Now, what was the Freaknik? Freaknik, and I was in the 90s when it came out, but I was a little too young to actually go to it by that time. It was an annual spring bake festival in Atlanta, and it was primarily attended by people from HBCUs and universities. So it wasn't just people from Clark or Morehouse. You had your folks coming down from Florida, from Bethune-Cookman, people from Alabama and A&M in Alabama, Jackson State. Hell, people came as far as Philly. Listen, stop. Even as far as Cali, right? Everybody was going. And it became an annual event in popularity. It had concerts. It had, rap sessions, dance contests. But of course, it had booty clapper sounds. Right. It was a lot of things going on in those Freakniks, all right? And we all know that they called it Freaknik for a reason. Now, obviously, they stopped Freaknik because of all of the debauchery going on during Freaknik. Now, Hulu is going to release a documentary about the Freaknik. And there's some ladies who want to block the release of Freaknik. And according to articles out there are 5 prominent black women, judges, politicians, and executives that don't want this to come out, just like Tina. And some of these ladies are C-suite executives making over $1 million a year. Some of these women are married and have 3 children. Some of these women are very popular and they've completely, changed their lifestyle. Now, let me just say this. I mean, when I was 22, I was doing a lot of stuff that I wasn't doing at damn near 42. So there's some things that I was doing at 22 I probably don't want nobody to see. Hell, it was some stuff I was doing probably like last week. You know what I mean? Stop the show because that lasagna had my stomach hurting a little bit last night. So I mean, it's some things, that I did. But like I said, man, people do grow, people change and stuff like that. But, I kind of want to give guys a perspective of Freaknik because I think people think that, this is old and like, the guys of today, y'all got more game or more knowledge about these things. I want to play a clip of Brother George on Red Supreme stream. Like, the thing that we don't want to talk about, right? And some of y'all got moms, some of y'all got aunties, some of y'all got wives. Just know that some of y'all moms, wives, and aunties was out here in Freaknik and might have been getting passed around. But I'm gonna let Brother George break this down, and we're gonna come back.
So let the old, since a lot of you young got a problem with old, but you gotta live to get old, meaning you gotta have life experience. A lot of you you had pimps, players, and hustlers. The pimps loved the hustlers because the hustlers was the tricks. They always trick. Don't let nobody tell you no different. The Freak Picnic, every hustlers are not pimps. They pay for
right.
They always have.
That's a fact.
They always have. Why do you up in your step-pop house? He bought that shit for your mom. Because your daddy wasn't shit. He was your mama, spending that cash, buying houses, and taking care of her and your black ass. And you stupid ass come online today with no life experience talking about, oh, no, the game is the game. You just didn't have no social media back in the day. Tricking has always been, and it's at an all-time high now. But like I said, the hustlers with money, a lot of these regular 9 to 5, they can't afford to pay for to pay their mortgage. They gotta fucking pay their car note. The hustlers, what do you think? The pimps and all that type, they was taking them down there to where the hustlers at. We called it we pay a bitch to leave. I ain't got time to back on a bitch. Fair exchange, no robbery. You give a couple dollars, you do what you gotta do. I ain't praying, I'm paying. After 2, I'm slaying. On the phone talking to the trying to get some. I ain't got time for day. Because if you got the money, I'm hustling. I ain't got time to be doing all that shit. I got a woman at home. Set up out of business. That's the game. They feeding y'all these lies. Man, I ain't paying no. You a pistol. Every is a pimp and a player now.
Yeah, I know. That's
false reality. You old nigga. Then listen to us old nigga. Because all this shit is being passed down. Why do you think?
So again, I want to shout out to Brother Red Supreme and Brother George for, breaking that down. And again, like when you see a lot of ladies today, college professors, judges, doctors, like I went to, I had a degree in biology, right? I know ladies that were that are now prominent dentists, prominent internal medicine doctors and stuff like that. And look, if you went to college with them and stuff, how they are now, we that went to school with them, we know something that they don't know. And guess what? It's people that went to school with your mama that know some things about your mama that you don't know, right? It's and some of y'all daddy might not have just been liking women. Yeah, it might be any people. And listen, but the thing about it is this. People do change. Now I know people gonna say, well, then why were they out there doing it at that time? I think that when people are doing stuff, you don't think about the fact that it's going to come out. But I will say this though, to be in all fairness, if like just because a woman got older and at the time they had less to lose, right? I think if society was less judgmental, you would see that still today. And behind closed doors, it could be very possible that these same ladies is getting it in just like this. I think what Freaknik allowed a lot of ladies to do at that particular time was to explore a whole lot of their sexuality that a lot of guys ain't ready for. And I still think those ladies behind closed doors is still freaks. So just know that many of you young brothers out there, if you like 19, 20, 25, and if your mama was that Freaknik, I just don't believe she was that Freaknik reading Bible scriptures. I just don't think that. A lot of y'all wives, before you met her, they got stories about similar situations. Like, I'm talking about, man, some of y'all wives and girlfriends and did some things, man, with people that you probably never even experienced yourself. And I know that y'all don't want to think like that. Y'all don't want to think like that, but I'm telling you, like Mac Dre used to say, the game is thick. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Purchase for all that you do, subscribe to the bell. We're out.